Hi, my name is Skyler Barrett. I am the director and casting director of the short film Layover.
Hi, I'm Lyndsay Rini. I am the executive producer and the creator of Layover.
Hi, I'm Willis Williams.
I am an assistant producer.
Hello everyone, my name is Simon Kincaid.
Hi, I'm Sandy Sapaniak, and I play the role of beloved Aunt Linda in the Layover film.
I'm as Manny, and I'm playing the role of Alex in the film Layover.
Hey, I'm Ari Anderson, and I play Jane in Layover.
Hi everybody, Mary Kennedy.
I think that the first thing that attracted me to this project was the subject matter, because I think that it reflected a lot of the divide between families and friends and half the country, really, since the presidential election in 2016. And it dealt with all of that within the family unit.
No. Absolutely not, Mom.
You know, it's just a shame that you can't have a relationship with your aunt just because she's a Trump supporter.
So many of us in the country, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or a Libertarian or a Socialist or a Marxist, there are a lot of divides in our country right now, and it's really tearing families apart. I heard many stories through MSNBC, through the Washington Post, even through Fox, of family members who just don't speak to each other anymore, even to this day, because of the election.
I've lost friends. I've not talking to family members simply because of this election. So I can definitely understand that this movie, it connects with all of us in some way. I think it's very important in today's political climate to let people know they're not alone in their feelings with this.
It was also a film, I think, at its core, it's really a film about the relationships between women. Brooke and her girlfriend, Brooke and her mother, and Brooke and her aunt. And very rarely in films do you see that. And that's the first thing that I look for when I'm thinking about taking on a new directing project, is the female characters.
I knew immediately, reading the breakdown for Linda, that this person was very recognizable, that we each probably know a Linda.
When I originally auditioned for the role, it was just like any other audition. I sent my information, they got back to me saying, hey, we want to use you as Alex. Okay, cool, awesome, let's do it. I started reading up more about it, finding what it's trying to do, what their vision is, and that's when I realized how special this film is, because A, it not only features a predominantly female cast and crew, but B, they're all part of the LGBTQ community. And that's so important because the world is just now realizing how much females, how much LGBTQ individuals, how much minorities have to offer to not only the film industry, but the country itself. And that's what Layover is. That's what it talks about. It talks about the current issues that are sadly dividing our country in two.
Yeah, I just love what Brooke and Linda get into, because it's so real in so many families. And it feels really good to have someone just call out someone that's really ignorant, because oftentimes you kind of can't.
Isn't that interesting? I think it's interesting. Don't call me a snowflake.
And that's why I also think this is such an important film in the era of the Trump administration, because there's a lot of pressure to sort of look over differences even within families and be like, well, I disagree with you, but I still love you, we can come together. But in a lot of instances, there comes a point where you just can't. There comes a point where you're like, look, I just need you to know, this is fucked up. What you have to say about this group of people is really wrong, man.
Being related by blood doesn't necessarily mean that leaves you vulnerable and open to receive violence from that person. Just because someone is related to you does not mean that they are allowed to abuse you. And I believe this film is important because it shows you there's value in setting boundaries for yourself, even when it comes to family.
It's a story about a family with differing political ideas and how my daughter in the movie navigates that. My sister Linda in the movie is, let us say, a Trumper, and and I, as the mom, am stuck in the middle.
Well, at least you have a television. I think we might be able to find something we could both agree on to watch. How about Roseanne?
Fuck no.
This project is certainly special because it really has its finger on the pulse of what's happening, unfortunately, in today's society.
But I think that we're at a turning point in our country where people are saying you can't agree to disagree on the validity of somebody else's existence.
I think that this is a film that audiences are going to really like, the dark comedy aspect of it as well, especially.
I've seen the film, it's great, it's funny. There's just no way in the past 2 years plus that you can't there's no way you can avoid someone that hasn't had some type of emotional connection to this past presidential election on either side. So it's important that we get the dialogue going.
The past 3 years politically have been some of the most charged and aggressive and intense and spiteful, and I think this film reflects that in a very accurate way.
Another thing I really love about this film is that the relationship between Jane and Brooke is not idealized. It's nuanced. It's complicated. It's not like a sexy lesbian romance or like a idealized utopian romance, which also you get with lesbian stories on screen. It's just like they fight like fucking couples fight, you know?
We are in the last finishing stages, and we just need the community to rally behind us and get this movie finished because it's really special, and we have poured our hearts and souls into this. So make sure you check out our website, our Instagram, and our Facebook because we've got a lot on there, and we'd love to start sharing this with you.
Very excited to have everyone see the film, and please give to our post-production campaign. We are working really hard to get the film done so we can screen it for you guys.
And we're really excited to share it with you.